on the blitz, picks up Packer, and that gives G2 the vertical control that they want. They've got the Ram of Lyra to come in and start doing some work now, start opening things up. Hopefully for G2, Doki has been able to use those air jabs before being taken out, so the flanks will be safe, but I'm not too sure that will have been the case.
We saw him get at least one down, which is something. At least he's had a chance to use what the operator's there for. I like how they're somewhat simplifying this here, G2 as well. You know, Uno, he's having a pretty bad tournament as far as fragging is going. Put him on the dome, make him all about the util instead. No way does Alamau lose this. Surely not. Will eventually win it out, but Kobe almost had his number there. But like I was saying, make the phone call, then let Alamau at the front with these shields charge through a couple of players. It's working well for them in round one. C9 so far unable to hold on. Uno's getting the plant down, and it's 4 versus 1. It feels like this one should be closed out for them. Diffuser is down, and Silent has got to do something real special if he wants to keep G2 at bay. Not going to happen.
He gets caught out by Uno, and all of a sudden, this becomes really winnable.
I'm really confused, Tim. I thought on day 4 there were no more 1v1s. We've got half a round still to play here for these two to show down on what they can do. Uno in a spot with the drone at least to figure out what's going on. It's down to Packer to keep himself hidden away here. It's going to look very reminiscent of a lot of those 1v1 rounds that we had yesterday.
I think if Uno's confident that he's not in storage, he might go for the plant behind pillar here. That's exactly what he's doing, straight in. The barbed wire is not going to help the situation, but Packer
no C4.
is not moving quickly enough, really. Sprays a few bullets through the wall. It does put Uno off. Is he going to relocate after taking out the bulletproof cam, or is he going to go for the kill? 40 seconds left to go. He's got plenty of options. Packer is going to have to push forward, and does. Uno's going to stick this. Packer's got an absolute freebie, surely, but no! He kind of hesitates going in. It gives Uno a chance to fight. They both make shot Packer.
It's hard to knock a kill, but of course playing underneath the hatch here, as you can see, he can at least force players away from the pillar spot. Quite a power position inside of this site. So as long as his team can line up on this door, you still got to shoot through the smoke nades first of Silent. Once they're gone, he's probably in a pretty good space here to be a little bit of a nuisance, or if anyone dares drop away through this hatch, well, guess what? Alamau's also there to do a bit of work.
Problem for G2 is it's all a little bit one-dimensional at the minute. There's no pressure towards Warehouse, there's no pressure towards Aqua. Uno does help relieve a little bit of that pressure by taking down Dream now. 5 versus 3, they can start using the numbers. They can just flood sight, which is exactly what they're doing. And at least if they come away with trades, they win the round. Lyra picks up Silent, 4 versus 1. Kobe doing everything he can, but that is very little as Lyra takes him down. G2 win round 3, it's 2-1. He's given him every opportunity to do exactly what he did. It's a fantastic opening kill from Doki. Interestingly, the first 3 rounds, they've all gone in the direction of the person who's got the entry kill. It's been really, really powerful so far for these teams. Nobody overturning that man deficit. So G2 just take a big advantage in this round.
Doki immediately cancelling off his trap there. It was onto the Goyo who's downstairs. Of course, of no use to G2 because Dream's on site, but to the enemy team, knowing where Doki is every few seconds, yeah, that can really come back to bite you. Cancels it off and has one more trap to go, and they want someone who's upstairs. In fact, why has he gone for the Deimos again? He's gone for Goyo again. Not too sure about that one, Tim. Would have gone more for someone on the upstairs right now, but they at least know that he's on site, and they can get the execute off.
Uno's going to be getting this diffuser down almost certainly. Going to stick it. No, Silent has something to say about it, but it doesn't matter because G2 have used the plant to draw Cloud9 out into bad spots. They've got the cover in place.
Stepping back in towards site here. Let's back these players off Cloud9. Of course, the track is onto the Izami. Only Doki can spot out what was going on from earlier, but they at least know roughly where he is. Communicated to the rest of the team. Hey, here's where he is. Be mindful of that. Maybe we catch him coming down Aqua, or put all the focus onto the site itself and start shooting through those smoke grenades that you can now see coming out. Is he going for Dream there? I believe he is. And it's going to force Dream to move, and sure enough, Loria was there waiting to catch him. He's moved away, and they've capitalized with 2 kills inside of sight, Tim. And now they're looking around like, I guess we plant right now. Let's go for it.
Yeah, G2's teamwork, we keep talking about it, but it's been so much better. Just the way they've maneuvered Cloud9 into difficult positions for themselves has been absolutely brilliant. Uno is going to stick the plant there. It's now a case of get out of the window and hold this in post. Uno manages to take down both. Big finish to the round from Uno. G2 take another, and it is looking good for the attack of Night.
Or just hit the shots when required before the second shotgun shell could come firing on out. Doki's had this drone here now for the last minute or so. They know exactly what Kobe's up to, and of course all this information flowing across the G2 team. And of course Doki also being on the Deimos with 3 tracks still in back pocket. They look ready and poised to push in here, Tim.
Yeah, Alamau's currently repositioning himself underneath, I think, to apply some pressure into Warehouse. That's exactly where he's going to go. Uno continues a good game here with another kill taken down by Dream, but he's already done the damage. 3 versus 1 as Blaz manages to find that trade. Silent takes down Alamau. It's up to Blaz and Loira. Silent could do this. 1v3 becomes a 1v1.
Not quite sure where the last man is, though, and it's Loira with nothing but a bullet to his name is the problem here, Tim. Silent could close this one out. He's got to swing and get the pre-fire. That is just that! A 1v3 for Silent. It gives Cloud9 something to cheer about at the end of this half, but they're still down 4-2. But I think for T9, just trying to find their way to avoid all this vertical pressure. I think it's 2 players on the upstairs here, 2 on the downstairs. You've got Uno who's been scattered out towards Aqua right now. These long gunfights coming in, and Loira brings down Silence.
4 versus 4 then as G2 managed to fight back. It's been a long round so far. Cloud9 getting that opening kill and then not really being able to sort of cement or get any progress from there. But here we go. They've got themselves in and around site. Find 2 kills, 2 versus 3. But here comes Blaz with a big double on the shotty. Kills 1, pumps, kills the second. Simple as that.
Toss a nade in there to try and give him room to swing into side, but no, Uno's there ready with a shotgun and sends him sky high.
It's going to be who sees who first. They've got the vault cams out, going to be feeding intel back in as well. The vertical work will start, but I'm a little bit concerned for Cloud9 in that because I'm just not sure that they're quite ready for it. They're getting the boogie drones out, but not everybody has yet been found and dealt with on those upper floors. Loira is still there. He's still waiting. This could be a serious freebie for him.
All it's got to do is for Kobe to step in, and he is toast at this point, maybe just evading it by a matter of pixels. Look, doesn't even seem on the reverse. Like ships in the night, they pass each other and nothing will come of it until Loira starts making his move, and sure enough does just that. Does Kobe? No, he's got this one locked down. It's ready on the go, and sure enough finds it for free. At the same time, Gideon's got Alamau, and the round will surely explode into chaos.
Certainly looks that way as Uno gets taken down. This is all Cloud9, a flawless round, and what a response. This is going to be getting the Heartbreak gadget onto connector wall, which is going to put a little bit of pressure onto Loira, who's up there in servers once again. He's actually upstairs, I was going to say on his own, but Alamau has moved to join him now. He's up at the top of lobby stairs on the Mozzie, and just in contrast to how we saw Liquid play this defensively, for example, earlier, where they had 3 upstairs trying to hold on to it. They really, you know, were heavily weighted up there, whereas G2 have chosen not to do the same. But they're finding the kills. Blaz and Uno with the latest 2, and it's 5 versus 2, and G2 still have that top floor control. Little that Cloud9 can do. Surely G2 don't answer flawless for flawless.
Yes, they do, Tim. Yes, they do.
Cloud9 have not yet been able to find anybody and won't as Doki gets aggressive onto the breach, takes down Gitty. That's going to be the Nomad gone, and that is the first blow to C9 in round 10.
It's a little bit one-dimensional there, Tim. They've only got a player sat on the IT breach. There is no one trying to push in towards catwalk door. There's no one with the prospect of bolting in through catwalk window or working their way up through garage. I'm not entirely sure what Gitty was looking for there, to win a 1 versus 1 and give his team what exactly? Not a lot, because there were 2 or 3 players all dancing around IT from G2, ready to step in if Doki did fall. So all they've done here is lose themselves a Nomad for no real reason.
Cloud9 have managed to get that wall open, which is nice for them. It's going to make it much more difficult for G2 to play inside the A site, but I'm just wondering if they've got the intel, Des, and it seems like they don't. A double kill from Loira, a few others along the way, and G2...